Welcome to today's Ultimate Quiz Challenge. In this video, you will answer 100 questions that can help you grow your knowledge.
Wow!
But before we begin, here are the rules of the game.
Okay.
You will have 10 seconds to answer each question. When you hear the bell sound, time is up, and the correct answer will appear. So think fast, and keep track of how many answers you get right on the comment section. Are you ready?
Yay!
Let's begin the challenge. What is the tallest species of animal? The answer is the giraffe. Which country built the ancient city of Angkor Wat? Cambodia. What famous wall stretches thousands of miles across northern China? The Great Wall of China. Which European river flows through Vienna, Budapest, and Belgrade? The answer is the Danube. What type of animal is the Komodo dragon? It's a lizard. Which ancient Greek mathematician shouted, "Eureka"? That was Archimedes. Which country has the most islands in the world? The answer is Sweden. What famous American civil rights leader delivered the "I Have a Dream" speech? Martin Luther King Jr. Which material is used in pencils? The answer is graphite. Which scientist developed the polio vaccine? Jonas Salk. What famous painting depicts a woman with an enigmatic smile? That's the Mona Lisa. What modern AI company created ChatGPT? The answer is OpenAI. What sport is played at Wimbledon? That would be tennis. Which explorer discovered the sea route to India around Africa? Vasco da Gama. What is the national flower of Japan? The answer is the cherry blossom. Hold on a second. How many questions have you gotten right so far? If you still have a perfect score, you're doing amazing. Take a moment and drop your score in the comments right now. And if you're enjoying this challenge, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more brain testing quizzes. Alright, let's continue the challenge. Which river flows through Paris? That's the Seine. What country is home to the fjords? The answer is Norway. Which famous scientist had the first name Nikola and pioneered AC electricity? Nikola Tesla. What animal is known as the ship of the desert? It's the camel. Which continent is the Sahara Desert located on? The answer is Africa. What modern electric car company was co-founded by Elon Musk? That's Tesla. Which Italian city is famous for canals and gondolas? The answer is Venice. Which philosopher taught Alexander the Great? Aristotle. What spice is derived from the crocus flower? That would be saffron. Which planet has the most moons in the solar system? The answer is Saturn. Which famous leader was imprisoned on Robben Island for many years? Nelson Mandela. Which element was first discovered in the sun before being found on Earth? The correct answer is helium. What is the only continent without an active volcano? That would be Australia. Which Renaissance artist filled notebooks with mirror-written text? If you guessed Leonardo da Vinci, you're right. Which modern billionaire founded the aerospace company SpaceX? The answer is Elon Musk. What type of animal is a quokka? It's a small marsupial. What instrument measures atmospheric pressure? The correct answer is a barometer. What is the longest bone in the human body? Yep, it's the femur. Which author created the fictional detective Hercule Poirot? That would be Agatha Christie. What country invented the board game Mahjong? The answer is China. Which sea creature has 3 hearts? Correct, it's the octopus. What was the first artificial satellite launched into space? It's called Sputnik 1. What modern messaging app was co-founded by Pavel Durov? The answer is Telegram. What mountain range separates Europe and Asia in Russia? Those are the Ural Mountains. Which ancient wonder was located in present-day Iraq? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Which artist cut off part of his own ear? That's Vincent van Gogh. What famous tech company was originally called Backrub? The correct answer is Google. Which African country was formerly called Abyssinia? That would be Ethiopia. What type of tree produces acorns? It's the oak tree. Which philosopher wrote The Republic? The answer is Plato. Which ocean current keeps Western Europe warmer than similar latitudes? It's known as the Gulf Stream. What bird is often associated with delivering babies in folklore? The answer is the stork. Which city hosted the first modern Olympic Games in 1896? That city is Athens. What popular beverage was originally marketed as a medicine in the 1880s? It's Coca-Cola. Which African lake is the deepest on the continent? Lake Tanganyika. What invention is Alexander Graham Bell most associated with? The correct answer is the telephone. Which metal is liquid at room temperature besides mercury? That would be gallium. Which chess piece can move in an L shape? It's the knight. What animal's fingerprints are almost identical to humans? The answer is the koala. Which writer created the fictional land of Middle-earth? J.R.R. Tolkien. What sport uses the term love for a score of 0? That sport is tennis. What is the name of the deepest part of the world's oceans? It's the Mariana Trench. Which scientist proposed the laws of motion and gravity? Isaac Newton. What country produces the most coffee in the world? The answer is Brazil. Which famous physicist developed the theory of relativity? That's Albert Einstein. What ancient civilization built Machu Picchu? The Inca civilization. Which continent has the most countries? The answer is Africa. What material was used to build the Taj Mahal? White marble. What does www stand for in a website address? It stands for the World Wide Web. What famous ship sank in 1912 after hitting an iceberg? The RMS Titanic. What bird is the fastest animal on Earth during a dive? The peregrine falcon. Which company created the iPhone? The answer is Apple. Hold on a second. How many questions have you gotten right so far? If you still have a perfect score, you're doing amazing. Take a moment and drop your score in the comments right now. And if you're enjoying this challenge, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more brain testing quizzes. Alright, let's continue the challenge. What is the smallest prime number? The answer is 2. What fruit is traditionally smashed on players' heads at Wimbledon? The answer is strawberries. Which historical leader was known as the Little Corporal? That's Napoleon Bonaparte. Which country is home to the ancient city of Petra? The correct answer is Jordan. What country invented the sauna tradition? The answer is Finland. Which modern entrepreneur founded Microsoft with Paul Allen? That's Bill Gates. What ancient library, destroyed multiple times, was one of the largest centers of knowledge in the ancient world? The answer is the Library of Alexandria. What famous scientist had a dog named Diamond? The answer is Isaac Newton. What language has the most native speakers worldwide? That would be Mandarin Chinese. What is the fastest land animal? It's the cheetah. What is the national animal of Australia? The correct answer is the kangaroo. Which empire was ruled by Genghis Khan? That's the Mongol Empire. Which instrument has 88 keys? It's the piano. What is the capital of Mongolia? The answer is Ulaanbaatar. What food is traditionally wrapped in seaweed in Japanese cuisine? That would be sushi. Which explorer completed the first circumnavigation of the Earth expedition? The answer is Ferdinand Magellan. Which country invented pizza as we know it today? Correct, it's Italy. What metal has the chemical symbol Fe? The answer is iron. Which famous prison was located on an island in San Francisco Bay? That would be Alcatraz. Which tech entrepreneur founded Amazon? The correct answer is Jeff Bezos. What is the only mammal capable of true flight? It's the bat. Which country gifted the Statue of Liberty to the United States? The answer is France. What is the largest species of shark? That's the whale shark. Which language did the Roman Empire primarily use? The answer is Latin. What is the capital city of Kazakhstan? It is Astana. Which author wrote the novel 1984? The correct answer is George Orwell. What island nation is known as the Land of Fire and Ice? That's Iceland. Which company developed the PlayStation console? The answer is Sony. What famous scientist discovered penicillin? Alexander Fleming. Which desert is the largest hot desert on Earth? That would be the Sahara Desert. What is the national sport of Japan? It's sumo wrestling. Which artist painted the Sistine Chapel ceiling? The answer is Michelangelo. Which bird cannot fly, but can run up to 70 kilometers per hour? That's the ostrich. Mammals that lay eggs are called what? The answer is monotremes. And that's the end of the challenge. How many questions did you get right out of 100? Go ahead and drop your final score in the comments. If you enjoyed this quiz, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more fun and challenging quizzes. And don't forget to share this video with a friend to see if they can beat your score. Thanks for playing, and I'll see you in the next challenge.